Hey guys, thanks for coming back for the fourth video, third day in Mumbai. I'm sharing my experiences on the 2.5 months that I'm going to be here, or 3 months, excuse me. It's about 85 days total, and I'm just going to go through and kind of tell you what it is that I'm experiencing, being a very, very pampered, westernized American in what is essentially a giant third world country. So here we go. Day 3. Started off a lot like day 2. I'm not getting a lot of sleep right now. My body has not adjusted to the time shift, so I'm getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like 6 p.m. at night at home, and I'm just like, hey, I'm wide awake, let's do stuff. So I play on Facebook, try to force myself asleep. See? Excuse me. And by the time I get up, I'm wired for a little bit while I'm up, and then as soon as I'm at the office, I can't keep my eyes open. But so day 3 started very much like day 2. I get up, iron my shirt, take a shower, get dressed, get ready, and ding dong, the butler shows up and brings his bag of groceries to make me some breakfast and start cleaning my place. And the maintenance guy shows up just to make sure everything goes cool and order me around when to sit down and eat, and do I need more cornflakes, and do I need more toast, and more eggs and water, juice, coffee. No, dude, just give me my food, get the hell out of my face. Like, I don't need this. This isn't me. I'm not rich. I don't need a butler. I don't get hand-fed, even though I'm honestly enjoying the fact that somebody else is cooking my breakfast right now, because I sure in the hell am not really going to try to use this stove and possibly blow my ass up. It's just a gas line to a couple burners out to a pipe outside the apartment, and I'm pretty sure I'll burn down half of India if I try. So I appreciate it, but at the same token, I don't need somebody to keep yelling at me when to come eat. I can smell when the food's ready. I'm fat. That's what we do. So get done eating, and the guy showed up almost 10 minutes early today, so it was like quarter to 8 or 8:50, whatever. By the time he got done making breakfast and I ate, it was only 8 o'clock, and my driver doesn't show up until about 8:30 every day. So I decided I'm going to read the newspaper, and let me tell you about a story that I read in the newspaper, and it's a legitimately happening story that's actually currently active with the prosecutors now and the magistrate and the police. Apparently a white woman who is here working for what I can guess would be a law firm based on the name of the company. Is like 5 names long. It's either a law firm or an investment firm, whatever. But so a white woman is walking down the road, either to and from her place of stay or groceries or whatever it is she's doing, and apparently some dude just whips his dick out and starts jerking off in front of her in the middle of the street. And I thought I had read something about this on Google at one point, and I thought, okay, I'm reading some bullshit site, no big deal. But this shit's in their national paper. It's legitimately happening. So this chick, it being the American that she is, whips out her phone, takes a photo of this guy, and tweets it, because, that's what we do. We tweet shit. Okay, it wouldn't have been the first thing I thought about doing if somebody was whipping their dick out and beating it, but okay, we'll go with that. She tweeted it. So she tweets this guy's photo, and this other passerby or vendor or whatever it was on the street, she starts yelling for help. They show up. They basically corner this guy, and they're holding him until the cops show up. And right before the cops get there, I guess the guy was able to get loose and took off, and so they didn't have the suspect to actually arrest. But the police are, requesting that this lady file an official report and go through a bunch of BS. And I shouldn't say it's BS, no, she should file a report, but it sounds like from the way they're doing things here, she may or may not actually get help, and it may be a bigger ordeal to try to get this guy picked up than it is the fact that she tweeted him. He got more responses on possibly what he looks like or who he is from the tweet than she'll probably get support from the cops here. But it's the type of things that go on here. So for people back in America, it's like, oh, I've had such a rough day. Did a guy walk up to you and whip his dick out in the middle of the street and start beating it? Because I doubt it. And maybe that's just some new cultural thing that we aren't aware of, and that's how they say hello here to people they're attracted to. So I see you and I whip it out and start beating it in front of you, I'm just saying hi. I promise. Don't call the cops, or tweet it for that matter. No, seriously, this is the shit that I'm reading in the newspaper. Another story I'm reading that this guy was murdered by like 7 people because he married this chick that he was in love with, but her family didn't approve of him or his family and them marrying. So they get married, and they're married for, I don't know, I think it's like 3 months, and Guy gets jumped and just gets murked by 7 people because he married some chick. Like, new meaning to the phrase murder yes, divorce no. I don't get it. Weird shit out here. Some experiences that I've so far had in this country, for the most part, everybody's really busy. They don't really pay attention to you as you're walking down the street, and the few people that do will definitely give you a death stare. Oh, I missed a part from day 2. Day 2, I went to the mall. Oh no, I was telling you guys I went to the mall. What I didn't tell you was that at the malls here, you have to not only go through a metal detector, but a full pat down. And they actually separate the lines, guys, girls, whatever. And the security guy spent a little extra time fondling my wallet. Not my ass, because that I wouldn't mind, but my wallet. And I don't know if maybe he couldn't tell what it was at first, or if he's trying to pickpocket me or what. But the next time you bitch about how bad Lakeview Square Mall is, just be glad that some dude wasn't fondling your nutsack before you went in and bought yourself a Annie Ann's pretzel, okay? Just think about that for a second. But no, my experiences, some of the things I've just noticed here. There are a few people that truly have pure hatred in their eyes for the fact that I'm an American just walking around their streets in their neighborhoods, or even riding in the motorized rickshaws, or in my car for my driver. Had this guy tonight just death stare. I mean, this guy just the whole time that we're driving, and you think, well, it couldn't have been too long, right? You're driving. Well, traffic only goes like a mile per hour here, so this guy had a long time to stare at me, and had the same problem in the mall. Had a guy just really stare me up and down while I was walking through the mall yesterday, and so you can tell there's definitely some animosity for Americans, or maybe just white people. I don't know, but it's unique to say that I don't feel threatened here. I don't feel that I'm in any sort of danger, or at least immediate danger. Reading the paper, they talk about a lot of like gang violence, and there's alerts coming from our travel department saying, hey, look, there's these regimes of gangs and shit that don't like Americans, and just be very careful what you do, blah blah blah. But I've been to enough foreign countries now, for the most part, you keep your head down, you don't insult people, you try to learn the customs as quickly as possible, or even studying before you get there, and you normally blend, find ways to blend and just stay the hell out of, things don't look right. You don't go in there. You don't explore. Like, you stay probably as close as possible somewhere where you can get help, and you take it from there. But I don't feel unsafe, but you can definitely tell there's just these times when I'd feel a lot more comfortable if I was carrying my Glock. It's just the way it is. The area, I don't see a lot of really rich areas in the aspect of Bentleys and Mercedes. You see a lot of Mercedes, you see a lot of cars, but I wouldn't be able to say by the car that, oh, that guy makes a lot of money, or this guy doesn't make a lot of money. It's not set up that way here. People warn me the smells, and what they don't tell you is that they don't try to explain to you the smells. That they're like, oh, it's just unique, and you'll understand when you get there. Well, it's not really unique. I can tell you what I'm smelling. It's decomposing trash. I mean, it just smells like landfill and body odor. I mean, the BO is just immaculate here. I mean, just hits you. Sewage, raw sewage, and some of it gets overpowered by like the fresh food that they're cooking, and the street vendors, and people's cologne, because they wear so much of it. But the smells are definitely unique. The area that I'm living in isn't, again, I don't feel threatened, but it's definitely not the richest part of the city. I mean, if you were walking down the streets, you would think you were in the back alley hood of Detroit, but this is just their everyday living. And I'm not trying to be rude or racist, or it's just when I'm trying to explain to people that aren't here to understand, it's like, from our culture, it would be very, very poor area, but these people are just, they're making do, they're making their lives. Traffic here is insane. I've been to New York, I've been to Chicago. It's probably worse, but I understand now why New York cabbies and Chicago cabbies drive the way they do, because these people here have no stoplights, no stop signs, no speed limits. It's free for all, just get where the hell you're going, so it doesn't matter who you run over or hit. Wild dogs. Coworker Neil was trying to explain that there's just dogs everywhere, and I didn't really. Like, you mean dogs everywhere, like they're dogs, but no, there's just like packs of wild dogs sleeping under cars and in garbage, and just, you know, trying to survive eating garbage and trying to get handouts from people, but people just ignore them because there's just so damn many of them that they barely can feed themselves here, let alone feed a wild dog. Yeah, it's unique, man. I mean, I'm starting to get a little hang of where I'm at geographically. There's a couple of like a nice walking park that I walked past earlier that has some like little waterfalls and stuff, and I'm going to try to maybe hit up this week and get some video and try to see some more better of the sites, because as of right now I'm seeing a lot of just alleys and very poor little mom and pop shops and rickshaws, and I'm going to try to get around a little bit more. I'm not too far from a whole lot of other Western civilization style shopping malls and restaurants, but yeah, it's definitely not what you would think or you would expect. It's crazy here. So day 3, again, very, very simple. I did learn, however, that I'm going to be traveling to the southern part of the country this weekend. So I've got to jump a plane on Sunday and fly down to the southern part of India and stay there for a week to visit one of our vendors. And then I'll fly home Friday night and rest over the weekend. So try to get some more visits in. Try to get some video. Sorry, I'm trying not to yawn, but I am actually quite tired right now. So follow me, friend me, bookmark the page, like the videos, and keep coming back so we can see what other kind of adventures and stuff that I get into this week. But yeah, this is gonna definitely be eye-opening. Until next video, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Catch me on Facebook. Bye.